Sorry, I just got back from the kitchen just to discuss that topic. Despite the boundaries, um, this is not at all what my physical appearance looks like. So this is all that's somewhat, even if it's not accurate, correct. Some topics, category topics, and some vocabulary words, antonyms, and synonyms. But to ensure staying focused on the primary rationale and necessity for this archive, despite the toll that this takes. Having to only having access to this method of documentation. Um, Me and my husband are married. We've been married since conception, and we are extremely private as far as the role that these attacks has taken from us. We're unified in the level of violence, violation, and disrespect for our boundaries and our roles in each other's lives and our life together. Um, so my everything that's mine is my husband's, without hesitation. I have struggled to gain access to information. I was lied to and told that my husband was dead, and then I was denied a death certificate, and I was denied a phone number. When I had a phone number, I had attempted to call. I was told there was no long distance, that there was no phone, and, and as I recall this time, that's the most significant information as far as how I, the hierarchy of whatever situation had become for me since being stolen from my husband, to uh, proceed with locating my husband despite the information had been communicated to me. So I was told my husband and Harry and Willis were dead, and they're not. And then part of the narrative was that that's what I was told, and that whoever was most present in me, my husband, and those two brothers, our brothers' lives, were told that all of us, me, my husband, and two brothers, were dead. And that's not true. So, but I didn't have any support to contest that the information I was told wasn't true. And then there are some false narratives that are circulating in the press, uh, that initially I was not really aware of. But then there's obstruction to the truth, maybe is the most simple way to say that the timeline documents have been tampered with, narratives have been tampered with. So this is more than a private set of files just specifically to me and my husband. And we had never considered, I mean, where we were at with managing this. Our parents weren't really, Carolyn and John, and for some reason I got if I recall correctly, Diana was around. And then at some point abruptly she was not. And Carolyn and John, having me was like way too traumatic for both of them, for various and separate reasons. So me and my husband were like very much on the phone, but we had some sort of parents around that were with us. So a vocabulary word that might be helpful, although kind of diminishes how bad this is. Coveting, like strangers keep trying to covet me and steal me from my husband in any and every boundary way and beyond possible. They also try to steal my identity. So they attempt to psychologically break me. It's like these are psychological warfare tactics so that they can make me their product for sale. So they participate, they want to, they're campaigning and they're lobbying for that. So there's so many ventures that try to obliterate what the reality of my life, me and my husband's life is, despite whatever our parents had not resolved for themselves, and that those topics that our parents never really at all maybe even considered addressing with me and husband, or when or how they were going to address those topics. So any and every item that I've ever had, like physical item, even skin cell, hair follicles. So this is horrible. There have been men and women, middle-sex people, transgender people that keep trying to steal everything from me, and they know that this has some sort of value and worth, and then they float, I guess, in some way about whatever they've been able to, whatever the task they've been attempting to accomplish, and they love to torture me, or they love the process of trying to torture me, and then make it like my husband's abandoned. So with no support, that's the issue with how most people that aren't even allowed to approach me, they're very derogatory and they try to lobby and campaign for a perspective and a narrative that's not true. And this is really taking a toll. And then I can't expect my husband to be affected, right? So the kind of the issues, none of what's happening should be possible. So that's like part of the biggest issue is that like we understand that there's been decades of problems, but we still should have somehow been protected from this everywhere. We don't know if Caroline meant to be negligent as far as what the history was with all of the children, all of our siblings prior to me. But by the time that she had had me, because of the way that she became pregnant with me, if I'm recalling correctly, me and my husband, she had, me and my husband are not independent, so she relied on wherever she had entrusted, I guess, to leave us. I don't know if our other parents would say, oh, she like left, abandoned you, couldn't, whatever was going on with her, maybe she didn't mean to, but that's the harsh reality of what happened. And it's the same for John. So thankfully, me and my husband have always had each other. Um, this is hard. I just want to make sure I'm staying focused on the primary topics that need to be addressed, that there's no confusion. I know when I am trying to get stuff to my husband, I saw an individual in a cafe in a bag that I placed, trusting that like there's the CIA is an organization where people that are rogue operatives have a different way of functioning. That's not what this is. I've been forced here. People try to use whatever my capacity is for ventures that we would never participate in. So that people can't just, they never approach us. They never have the respect of requesting the uncertainty of some sort of legal, not remediation, but legal interview series, right? Because we're not available for interviews. So they've never gone through the formality. with the process of information as they just feel. And then they try to blame me for what they're doing. So they're cognitively not, they're pathological. But they sit and they lurk and they spy and they stalk and they harass and they terrorize and they just won't go away. But they have no social etiquette as far as actually, if you wanted to terms of agreement, if you wanted to collaborate, if you wanted a contract, you would have had to submit some sort of request that could have been denied. I mean, that's the reality. So they sit in public spaces and tell bold-faced lies and are criminals. They pee and shit on chairs and cafes, and they are absolutely disgusting. So Diana is basically one of my moms, and I don't know if it's schizo, it's not schizo. So what I need to say is, we have to allow for objective information on the investigation to verify where the obstruction to truth was, and all of Diana's daughter was supposed to go. Now, if my husband had said, he didn't like Charles then that's different. But still, if Diana wanted to gift or leave her heirlooms with me, then that's not. So the way they've tried to fuse a timeline to be accepted identities has been very problematic. Me and my husband we've been married forever. So so the fact that they let this fake character just wear my mom's ring is a problem. Like, I'm supposed to have this. Me and my husband, as far as planning a wedding day, like, we still wanted to go through with like a ring and all of that, but I found the home company had a different design. But we Diana picked. She picked the ring. Great. So we loved the ring. We don't see anything wrong with the ring, but you can't use that with something that's not true. I don't know that Diana and Carolyn would have ever shared any of their they're very specific. I don't think they would have ever shared anything beautiful ever. Our dads are that way too. They don't with the signets and like crests and stuff like that. We're not that way. But me and my husband and me, with our sibling group, I don't know what they've decided. But I trust that all of our brothers understand. Like, has been a complete violation. So now, as far as Sean Dean, I had gotten some items. I wasn't certain confessions, but programs. And for the interim, I would just wear. I don't know if somebody broke into that space and tried to gift that forward to Sean. So that is an issue. That is an issue. Without additional evidence, I would never ever. That's why no. So I'm sorry for Sean Dean. So we have to figure out a different way to distinguish. I don't know what his DNA results are yet, but we're sorry for his situation, but he chooses the situation. That's what we say that. So And then at a certain point, even with all the sterilization tools that are available, I don't want my husband will make his own decisions, but I had like I wanted to coordinate arrangements for everything to be sterilized, and then I was concerned if it would still have like the value to my husband. Um, but that was supposed to like go to him, and then I don't know how if he's looking at any of our brothers and what they did and how they did or didn't want to proceed with getting reunified. That's what we're going to say that. But they know my husband. They know that we're like sex conception. So when I saw that young man like trying to denigrate me as if I was a slave with a bag that I had prepared for my husband, I was really upset. And my understanding was that I was to not confront the situation without support. There's an escalation of chain of command. And then the situation with Dean is a little bit right where he kind of, regardless of whatever patient we have to say that. We don't know if he's in an altered state of consciousness, but might take some time to, I don't know if people are just have no tolerance for bad groups. So this has been horrible. So there's no way around that. But my husband was always my focus, never in my priority, never what was or wasn't verified. I was so angry. These are the most disgusting.